Welcome guys. We have the latest roadmap for April and also May for Lost Ark. Finally, right? So I just woke up and I just saw the roadmap. Now in this video, we'll have a look at the two new classes that will become available with new homing materials and also for the uncertainty of the upcoming content, because it actually says they're not sure whether we will be getting new content on May depending on the speed of players. And also they didn't mention about radar materials, so there's also a great quality of life. So this is just a summary before the video. There's a great quality of life of secret map sharing, and it also didn't talk about the radar materials. It didn't talk about when those are going to be released, and also the market is reacting massively. We'll talk about this at the final part as well. So I haven't looked too much into it. I believe this breaks down into April and also May for two different classes. So let's have a look. So firstly, they were talking about they have provided more homing materials since the March 24th. And also for April, there will be a new class, which is going to be the Carrier. I have not really looked into this class actually. I was looking forward to the Destroyer. So this is going to be a martial artist class. And basically carriers will have Furious and Fury. Each stands... Oh, my alarm was going off because I just woke up, right? So each stands set representing one of the two weapons. Interesting. A short spear and also a longer spear. That's really interesting. Certain build will focus your attention into those weapons. Effective carrier. And basically carrier would join the War Dancer, Sophist, Striker, Scrapper as the 5th martial artist advanced class. Okay, I definitely did not look into the class. I was looking into the Destroyer. So the first class, the new class that will be available will be April, and as for Carrier class, I do believe, so we don't have the exact date of the release. We'll talk about that very soon. We'll also talk about how this is going to affect the market, because if you look at the market, you can see prices have been increasing. Solar Blessing was selling for 80 gold on my server. Now it sells for 99 gold. We'll talk about the market on the second part. So the first class is going to be the Carrier. This next part is going to be the new content for South Vein. Now the settlers for Southland technology advance, and also basic and new order. So what happens to the piece of content? So basically this is going to be a tier 3 content, and basically the second tier 3 content to give us more material, very likely. An item level of 1340 to begin, and for new players will share more information towards the tier 3 and join in the adventure. So very likely this is going to be a new content for tier 3, and of course it will be. So there will be new quest, also new loots for tier 3 homing materials, which will be good, and possibly more shops and more things to come. I did not look into South Vein as well, so it will be very new to me. General update. So South Vein and also Carrier class are not the only thing that is arriving in April. Stay tuned for the coming weeks of the logging events in-game and also the store. So, a Valtan power pass that will be provided. So now if you do have a power pass, you will jump to 960. Interesting, because I'm thinking of using the power pass for the Destroyer. So this saves a lot of tier 1 and also tier 2 materials. Quality of life changes. So, improve co-op party. All 4 members can use a party in one run. Oh yes, we talked about this. The scammers, the map scammers, the delays, the running for 4 maps are gone. So this is a quality of life change for the Korean version, and this is going to be massive. So okay, this is actually pretty epic. So increase the chat type share and also coordinations, use script process. So this is the best quality of life. Now, notice that we did not see the new content. That's interesting. So let's keep going. So next part is going to be May. Well, promise to be honest and sometimes brutally. Now, one of those times, we can say that we firmly plan to release Destroyer Advanced Class, Trial Guardian Raid, and Quality of Life in May. And also Legion Raid will be moving on if we feel those activities will create pressure on the community. What they mean by pressure is that, remember, Asmongold and a lot of people were saying the game was released too early and too rushing to the players. So now they're trying to adjust the players' own pace. Okay, that's interesting. Our data suggests a big proportion of players will reach or be close to reaching the item level participating in this in-game by May. Interesting. Our goal is to provide the fun content for players, even if it's a higher level, never making players feel pressure they need to pay to keep up. That's good. We'll be monitoring the players' feedback of the data of the data. Basically, they're saying that, hey, if you guys are not leveling, we're not giving you new content. No, jokes aside. So basically, they're saying they don't want to rush the players, so it's becoming the aggros patch again. And during Aggros patch, players will feel really rushed to get to, the higher tier 1370, and most players couldn't get to that on the first 2 weeks. That's why they released the March patch with more homing materials. So they don't want to do that again. They don't want to give free homing materials just to get you to push you to catch up. So they want players to slowly progress into May for this. And so yes, the new class for May will be Destroy. I definitely want to try this class because I'm like a barbarian kind of player. We talk about the warriors in battle, but nothing embodies this better than the hammer wielding destroyer, armed with a variety of skills centered around charging into the heart of the fray. The attacks are so catastrophic, crushing that destroyer can bend gravity to the will, slow launching, pushing, and also pulling enemies. Whether altars beyond Shadow of Doubt, destroy them. Destroyer will join the Berserker, Paladin, and also Gunlancer as the 4th warrior class. So what I'm planning to do with Destroyer is, I'm planning to play the Destroyer and using a battle pass to skip the what you call it. So to skip to 960 at least, hopefully. Maybe I can get to 1000. 1010 if the battle pass allows. So I'm thinking of using the battle pass for the destroyer. I did save 1 battle pass for this case. Now there will also be the trial guardian raids. So trial guardian raid will be a weekly activity for players to look for challenge. Each week players attempt to defeat 3 guardians. Each guardians have their own required item level to enter, and 1 week 1 guardian will rotate out. Interesting. So replaced by different foe. Different from normal guardians, the trial guardian will apply Scale of Harmony. Oh, that's the guarding event. So your character's item level will be appropriate for the enemy. Accordingly, players cannot use the battle workshop to raid the region, but increased challenge comes from increased reward you can get per roster. That's good, so we don't have to spend too much week. So this will definitely give us more homing materials, and this scales by your item level, so you can't, players with super high item level doesn't have that much advantage. So this is very similar to the Guardian event that we're currently having, and I do think they're leaving this to the May update, right? So they're saying this is the May update, this is not the April update. Well, we just got into April, so maybe in 3 weeks will be May. Hopefully that comes out, right? So general updates. May will introduce a bunch of quality life changes, including the ability to check daily, weekly content participation, UI changes, party inviters, update loot dismantling. Oh, that's good. Market and option styles convenience. That's really good as well. Include new fun features and randomly summon month, and also new hairstyle customization. That's not bad. So May tentative. So this is not sure tentative. I think this is when they're not sure if that's going to be released in May or not. This is what they meant by they want to release this, but they're not sure. New Guardian rate. So this will be the next tier of the Guardian rate. So a new Guardian will arise to vanquish the foes. Oh, this is the high item level. They're not sure if players can get to that. So this is the item level 1415 Guardian rate. And this will be coming in May. Interesting. So this is the first content they're not sure if they will release. And the next one will be Valtan normal and also hard in Legion raids. Yes. So Valtan will be introduced as the first Legion raid of Lost Ark, and the required item level for this point is 1415. Notice that now players have a little incentive to go for this, but it is not sure for the update. What that means is if majority of the players doesn't reach that level, we can't really have this release for the 8-player Legion raid. So they want players to get close to 1415. Not exactly there, but maybe 1400 at least, to have the chance of going forward. And notice that there's no mention of rate up. There's no mention of rate up, right? So looking ahead, so basically they were waiting to see the players data to see if we get to this level for this particular content. So the new content that is gated is behind 1415. We'll talk about this very soon. So looking ahead, this is not all the content that will be released in April and May. We'll keep looking for updates and to know what is roadmap coming for each month. That's good. Watch the progress of the journey to verify the content, and let's see, they're listening to feedbacks, and also, they're giving us more stuff to do. That's really good. So the first few things we want to talk about is notice that there is no mention of a rate up catch up mechanics, which is interesting. We kind of expected the rate up catching mechanics to come with 1415, and this one didn't mention that. So I'm not sure if they're hiding this one, because the catch up mechanic is supposed to catch you to 1370, not beyond that. So, They also are not sure whether this will be released. But regardless, if we have a look at the market right now, notice that the market today is kind of going up. The market is going up. I didn't really record the data for today. So solid grades is not going up that much. It was about 22, 23 gold. Now it stays at 28 gold. Look at that. So the resistance is at 28. Now for solar blessing, it was staying on 90 or 80 gold. Now it is 120 gold. Players are going ham. And as for solar protection, it was 160 gold. Now it's 180 gold. Yes, it is definitely going up. And that's a good market to trade. So our next following coming up video, which I'll talk about is about trading those materials. And I think right now the market is actually slowing going up. Now do be aware, currently we do have the ongoing cascade. So it will go down a little bit. So notice that we still have the ongoing cascade for today and also for Tuesday. So this is probably the lower points of the week, and then this goes higher. My upcoming video will talk about this as well, about the trend. So not bad for the update. Let me know what you guys think about breaking down the April update, which I don't think is a major content because they don't want to rush the players. I think April content will come in 2 weeks time, and then the May content will come in about 4 or 5 weeks time at least. So let me know what you guys think about those. Quite excited, right? And the market is definitely showing signs of life, so it's going up. And the next coming video will talk about making more gold by looking into the market like this. Quite interesting. Lovely, lovely. Now if you guys haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, make sure you do so, because we'll be getting a lot of guides, a lot of tips as I discover them, and I love the game. So I want to share as much as I can with you guys, and let's have a great time in Lost Ark as we explore this game and get the most out of it.